So I would hit you with a bit of background information about this game, but I don't really remember much. I just remember this was a really fun game. So, oh, I thought that was speed up for a second there. This is Standard Arena, 900 HP walls. This is Vic Dench, obviously not Vinchester, as about 400 people in the spec chat seem to think it was. And this is Heresy Melkor. Melkor a good 300, 400 elo above Dench. So I'm just going to say we're not going to see conventional strategy. It's going to be quite a fun game. I think the game sound is a little bit low. If anyone has any opinions on that, let me know, but I'm just going to raise it here. Let's just speed this up a little bit as well. Looking over at Dench's map, Dench has the Berbers, not a great civ, really. I mean, Terror rated Berbers as the 31st of all the civs, 31 out of 31. So that's when you know they're bad, if Terror rates them bad. I rated them kind of not as low, but still quite low. They do feel like they just don't really have that much of an eco bonus. They do kick in a bit late game. Arena is good for all players. It's a fun map to play, especially if you enjoy macro and you play Arena with an eye, then you don't get towers as well. Berbers maybe booming to cavalry is kind of the late game strength. They do have siege engineers, they do have onagers, so not too bad against ranged civs. They do have champion and hand cannoneers, not the best champions I don't believe, but with those options they could also be anti-help. So having some great camels and cavalier, which are cheaper, it's not too big of a thing. They also have the camel archer, good against cav arch type units. Also just generally a good sort of mounted archer unit. 2 safe stones, 1 extra, 1 second. And his main is kind of bad, it's maybe on the forward side. I'm still not fully better yet, I'm still coughing a bit, but it's getting better. I'm not gonna have to mute my mic nearly as much. Also, hello Ultra. So his map's okay-ish. I mean, he has a lot of safe stone and a lot of safe gold. I say this main is safe-ish. So, you know, it's not too bad of a map as Berbers. You kind of want that. You want to open scouts or something, keep the enemy as far away as possible, give you an opportunity to boom. Over here we have Melkor. He is the Portuguese. Portuguese are renowned for 2 really strong strengths. They're monks and they're organ guns. Organ guns are extremely difficult to beat if you're a monk, not a monk civ. If you're, for example, Berbers don't even have sanctity, they could easily be sniped. You need redemption as well to be able to convert them. So in some ways they feel a little bit stronger than Janissaries, and they can still be microed against things like mangonels, like conquistadors and Janissaries can be. 23. Pop over here for the Berber player. A little bit ballsy. Maybe he just wants to be up expecting some kind of trush. Maybe, I don't really know what he's up to here. Let's just slow that down to keep up with that. Melkor milling extra berries in the back of his base. So, it depends what we're going to see. He's on stone, so probably organ guns. 9 on wood, quite a lot on wood for 28 plus 2. And maybe a little bit light stone, maybe he's going to add more. There we go. They had some like 20-minute pause here. It was... ugh, it was boring. So here we go. Dench ups. 23 vills. I'm just more interested to see what he's doing here. He just about makes it. I mean, the idle time is not too bad, 25 seconds on the dot. But, you know, that's somewhat impressive. Not a lot of weed eco though, and kind of very cramped single lumber camp, so affording an extra 2 TCs might be a little bit hard, especially when he only has 2 farms. You can't spend the wood to get more farms. I'll be back in just a second. Alright, I'm back. 20... what's going on here? Ah, here we go. Yeah, he went for a straight 28 plus 2, here we are. 3 on stone, gonna add 2 more probably, to be able to afford to build a castle to go organ guns. Mark blacksmith up as standard, need a player going scouts or archers in this case. And also no monks from the Portuguese player. Berber's not going camel arch, so it's gonna be straight boom at this point. Versus organ guns. Very, very straightforward build here. He does have one less on wood. I guess he moved it over from the gold or something. He moved it onto the gold. You need quite a bit of wood to run organ guns, but obviously wood and gold's not a big problem. It's usually food, so that's why all these units that don't cost food, such as the iron buy, can be quite strong because they don't cost food economy. Then chatting 1 TC. 2 TCs, no monastery. I'm guessing he's thinking because Melkor usually invests hard to get map control, like crossbows or something, just for map control not to be that aggressive early. Then straight boom is the best option. Because obviously if someone's going to be going scouts, for example, your chances of getting relics are quite slim if you don't go scouts yourself. Might as well just straight boom. Scout surviving by 1 hit. Quite a good map here from Dench. Monastery being added, organ guns. Stay in 1 TC, no additional TC, but keep mining stone, 5 on stone. If you keep 5 on stone... Did I just say that 3 times in a row? If you keep 5 on stone, there's 4th. Then that means you're obviously going to place a second castle. 2 you could always, you know, take for adding TCs, but... Quite a bit of villagers on gold. Let's see what Dench's response to this is. Berbers do have redemption, but obviously without Sanctity they do die in less hits. Quite significant amount of damage to the building, of course it's more than 1 hit per shot. Melkor just piling up the food economy. I mean, this is not bad if you have wheelbarrow, add a couple more farms, maybe you could imp really, really fast. Keep that and the villagers gold at the same time. Right now he's idling the monastery and the castle. Oh no, he's going back into that. And then trying to put up a really risky castle. It's almost as if he didn't realise that organ guns had this much range. It's only 1 less in the Janissary, and of course that's only a 6-5 tile gap. Penny. And his own monks, sure, that's quite nice, especially if you've got redemption, but you really need enough of them to actually convert a significant amount of organ guns. Like, you need 5 and then you could garrison them inside the TC and let them regenerate faith and have the organ guns fed out. You can make a very significant impact. Another castle coming up for Melkor though. And that's really forward. And this castle doesn't go up, this one will. One organ gun get converted, but Dench is not going to have enough vills to try and rush that. I mean, he could probably get it up, but he's going to lose all his vills in the process. He's currently at a 30, exactly 30 villager lead though. So that's a bit dubious. I'm just going to try to get this castle up, under the fire of this castle. A few villagers going down, 80%, not so good. Melkor picking up more relics, you could hear. He's about to bring in all 5. Backing away when 80%, maybe he just doesn't know, of course you can't tell if you're being attacked at the castle and it's almost dead because it's not even fully built. You can't tell how far along it is being built. Then going up to Imperial Age 29 minutes, maybe a couple minutes later if he wasn't being aggressed. But of course that's not a big problem, he still gets up and he still has the economy. He still has all the gold, he still has a decent enough food economy. This is a little bit of risk, but he still has good enough. So I think he's in a good position, but he needs to come up with something like onagers. Something that's quite anti-monk and onagers. I would say something like cam archers would be quite good in this situation. Because once you get bracer, then the monks are not as big of a problem. And of course Melkor is going heavy into organ guns instead. And the Melkor adding the Feitorias, there we go. This was an unexpected addition in this game. A player that's nearly 2k4 just randomly throwing in Feitorias. Can't go over that sound. Let me know if the game sounds a bit loud, by the way. So this getting trapped in, of course, stenches up, and he's going for the knights. Cavalier even. Cavalier's not too bad, but they just died to the organs, that's the problem. Mass organs really only easy to stop with onagers. If you have maybe 20 Cavalier and you have onagers with siege engineers behind, no problem at all. Rams don't hold up too well, especially with the siege rams. What's that, 4 Feitorias? 4... Yeah, 4, as of yet. And that's quite a lot of the organ guns, that can easily kill this number in Cavalier. Not much these Cavalier are going to do, but they can easily raid. As soon as this breaks in, then yeah, he has free raid. Melkor throwing up a castle here to protect this area over here, getting an organ gun. As I said, organ guns quite good against rams. And obviously they're going to shred the mangonel. One tile wall. Oh, there we go. Yeah, they're still doing like a good 7+ damage a time. Walking in here with the organ guns, so he kind of owns his position. He's going to get sandwiched from both sides with Cavalier. But the thing is, the organ guns, as I said, they're good at killing Cavalier. He's missing a lot of shots, so he probably missed killing 5 Cavalier right there. He does have a couple monks here you could use, throw in, get a couple of Cavalier, increase the chances here, but... now he's going to suffer. This castle's probably going to go down if he manages to whip out a ram. Over here, this has been dealt with because organ guns just clear up. Currently sitting on the 4 Feitorias still, that counts as military pop. So 96 military obviously with 4 Feitorias, 18 population, 16 military. So with Feitorias, he has an infinite supply of stone, so it's very slow, but you could always keep adding castles, adding bomber towers. Bomber towers is going to be very good against Cavalier. And then he just has a good supply of organ guns, really. Please don't let that happen. Pretty please? There we go. Expanding really outside here. Dench is really looking for a side push and he's making skirmishers. Skirmishers are terrible against organ guns. The Pierce armor is just not enough. Feitorias using 20 pop each. They only generate about like 5 villagers worth. So they're really they're bad unless you're going stone units that you, well, stone buildings that you intend to never lose. Hello? Hello? Yeah, the skirmishers just don't last against organs at all. The damage is too high. My thinking here is that Melkor should be going... he's going siege engineers, which means he's probably going to go for the arquebus bomber cannons. Actually, no, the +1 range and organs might be the only reason he's doing it. Doesn't even have a siege workshop. No bomber towers, though. That's just the one thing you're expecting someone to go. There's no justification for Feitorias. This is just Melkor new bashing suits troll strat. Portuguese is a much better civ though, so it's difficult to tell. You just can't stop this without siege engineer onagers. You need them ASAP, really. As you can see, Melkor just seems to lose quite a lot to the Cavalier. So just adding in the Cavalier when he's got a decent bit of gold there left. He should have the 1 gold out here. He still has enough gold to actually just do a decent bit of Cavalier. The launcher's not going to be that expensive. And just do some cleaning up. One bomber cannon, absolutely shredding the place, but it still gets killed by the organ guns. Like I'm getting absolutely murdered. Melkor happens to be open right here, and that's a lot of rams. And here we go. So what's the reaction going to be? Because especially if your Feitorias gets knocked down, then what's the point of living anymore? How much does a Feitorias even cost? Where? It's got to be somewhere. Is the Feitorias in the tech tree? $250 gold, $250 stone. That barely makes its resources back then. Yeah, he barely made his res back over this game in stone. So he's starting to kill this, and Melkor just decides to wall inside of his base really quick. Quickly snipe that one, tile the wall up. And all that's done. He's going to lose a few villagers here, but of course he's not using villagers, he's using Feitorias. Dench learns about the Feitorias. He's probably pretty confused. Or he might be coming to a realization that's kind of why he's not being dominated by someone 400 elo above him. Organ guns are just way too strong at this point. Still no sign of onagers, just random unit choices. Like I've again roasted, the skirmishers are doing 1 damage a time, 6 pierce armor on the organs is pretty strong. This is already bracer and chemistry, so that's as strong as those skirmishers are going to get. So what would you do in this situation? I mean, onagers 10-15 minutes ago might have worked, but at this point this is just kind of a steamroll amount of organ guns, that's what they're called. And a decent bit more Furico and the castle? Okay. So he's hoping to try and get some hussar rig. I guess maybe it's just trying to exploit the minimum range of the elite organs, but that only works if you only have 1 of them in their own. If they're all, you know, on spread formation, then you just can't do much about it. Onager friendly coming in for Dench, but Melkor's actually getting the upgrades with the helps now. I mean, that's about to be fully armor upgraded, so they're going to be fine enough against the skirmisher fire. At least while they kill the hussar easy enough. Still surprised no bomber tower, but he's finally getting university upgrade, at least fortified wall. I mean, it's going to help, but he's going to open himself soon anyway. Fortified wall's always a fun one. Conscription coming up for Dench, Jesus. Ah, true. I've almost forgot. He does research ballistics at one point, but I don't know why. Why do I always lose where the castle is? He got Arquebus, but for some reason he didn't get Carrick. Carrick is the strongest tech on Arena. All those ships that you have... Oh wait, no, that's camels, never mind. Forever pop capped on 37 vills and 4 Feitorias. Actually, that's still quite a lot of armor. 163 military, 4 Feitorias, 83. And to be fair, that's pretty much mostly organs. Only some of it is halves. Unless he had another Feitoria when I wasn't looking. Yes, he did, sneaky bastard. 5 Feitorias. Just look at the gold income though. Let's go into normal speed. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, to be fair, his gold's going up at a very nice rate with the 5 relics plus that. I mean, he's never really going to run out of gold with 5 Feitorias. But that's just so insane. Are we going to see onagers here? Because I think Dench might have a good chance if he tries an onager cut. If he manages to take this one down with an onager cut, he might be in a good position. Bomber Tower's not coming out. Bomber Tower's, of course, the rather strong defensive ability. I mean, the best you can really do when you've got this much in the way of organ guns, which can survive a lot of pierce armor like sitting under castles, is probably just like sit some trebs far behind, have some onagers, maybe hope for the best. But Bomber Tower is really going to kill the onagers, so as long as you keep pushing with those, they cement a lot of ground. I was just thinking that I do much enjoy some of the HD features, like having a control group 0 for one extra control group, and selecting 60. You know, select 60 is huge when it comes to mines vs melee though. Like, plumes can one-shot elephants if you have 60 of them, but they can't one-shot them if you only select 40, which is the user patch limit. This is basically GG though. Like, what can you do down here? Not much. Nice, he gets to kill a couple of bomber cannons. That's quite expensive loss for very low use, but it's not enough. I mean, Cavalier's trying to come and stop this, but against 4 bomber towers, you're kind of just going to lose your Cavalier very, very quickly. He's about to lose his 4 villagers though. Maybe? Nah, probably not. Bomber tower should be able to save him in time. Oh, we're not getting ballistics. He is, without any ranged upgrades, now he's finally getting fletching. He's gonna have, Bodkin and Bracer sometime soon. They should have a lot more range with that. And there we go. No, it's not quite in range. I'm surprised that's missing as much. He does have Arquebus. Yep, 24 villagers, but of course 5... Still 5? Yeah, he's not sneaking anymore. 5 Feitorias. This area quite defensive over here. He still has some bomber cannons, snipe the trebs. The castle's probably going to go down. I want to build another siege workshop. He's kind of low on the villagers over here. Bomber towers will eventually get trebbed down. Oh no, please tell me. I saw something happen here when I was watching the game live, but I don't know if this is what happened. I hope there wasn't what happened. God, it is what happened. I was too busy looking down there at the time. Oh. Oh, thank God for that. Oh, he noticed. But yeah, over here this castle's probably just going to go down. The treb is not going to be of much use with the bomber cannon there, just able to snipe pretty much anything. That castle's probably going to go down. Looks still has a couple of villagers here, could easily build more bomber cannons, he could easily push his way into here. Dench still has a decent back base though. Could he come back from this? Nah. I mean, look at Melkor's resources, flowing 2k gold. And of course he has enough Feitorias where he just doesn't need eco. Supporting this many halberdiers though with the low food and wood economy that you get, that would be a problem. Those onagers are not even going to come close to cleaning up the organ guns onto the bomber cannons and the bomber towers now. Just left it way too late. Submachine gun bomber cannons. Yeah, this castle looks like it's going to be going down. There's nothing else from Dench when that goes down. Gonna try and use skirmishers. Hang on. Am I dreaming things or... Yeah, he just decided not to get ring archer armor. Thought I was getting a bit crazy. Might helped? Probably not much though. Skirmishers is such an odd choice, but I guess it could be helped against the halberdier. Melkor coming forward to build another bomber tower. Nothing you can do to stop this push. Roasted by the organ guns. So a quick look at this. Melkor did take 2 stones. His main and a second. Dench took his main and a second, plus 1 extra in the back, which was 4 tiles. 350 per tile, so you're looking at 1,400 stone extra for Dench. Stone collected nearly, let's just say round that to 1,000. When Dench had 1.4k more stone. So in the end, Melkor got about 2.4k stone from the Feitorias, spent about 1k stone on them. Overall, he made about 2 castles of profit over that quite lengthy game. That reached over an hour, didn't it? Yeah, just about over an hour. Is it worth it? Maybe not too really. Relic gold though, nearly 6k, and that was the difference. So of course, Dench did have more golds. Foonwood, absolutely pathetic in comparison though. The villagers are just so much better, but it's yeah, it's a weird one to add up, but the stone is not that important when it comes to this game. Especially because you need the resources early where you could win. And you try and drag out into a late game when they've already mined all the resources, then you're probably going to die in the process, but in this case Melkor didn't.